Can an investor take money out of his life insurance policy and put it into my syndication or fund? Listen, the money's green. If the investor can get their hands on the money, they can give it to you. That's not really what the issue is. The issue is if somebody has to go into their life insurance policy or go into the deep, dark crevices of their closet to find money, are they really the right person to do business with you? Is it really somebody you want to do business with? They don't have a lot of discretionary money. Be very careful. And here's why. The syndication business, the fund business, all the things that we do, we're called alternative investments. We're alternatives because we're outside of the stock market community. And in any investment, there are risks. There are risks in the traditional market. There's risks in the alternative market. But there are risks. And the risks are a little higher in the alternative market because we don't have great liquidity. In other words, if somebody needs to get their money fast, we don't have the ability to give it to them. So you want to be very careful that you're dealing with people that, number one, understand what we're doing. Number two, that have the ability to take care of themselves without accessing the cash that they've given to you. Because if they come back and ask you for it, number one, you're going to probably tell them that they can't have it because it's written in your documents that this is a longer term deal and that you have the right to say yes or no. And the second thing is that if you were to try to give them back their capital, it would probably negatively impact the rest of the investors. You can't just sell an apartment building at a loss to give one guy's money back. That just wouldn't be fair to all the other people. And nobody would go for that. And that would just be terrible. So you want to make sure you're counseling people on the way in about the kinds of investments that you're going to be making, the kinds of investors that you want to work with, the kinds of risks that exist. And one of the greatest risks of all in a private placement is lack of liquidity. They just can't convert their investment into cash, and there's not likely to be anybody to buy it from them anytime soon. So you want to make sure that you apprise your investors of all of these different kinds of issues, because if you don't, you're very likely going to have some kind of a problem that will come back and surface at a time that you don't want to have it. So be careful on the way in, because that's when you have the most control. And then you're going to solve all the problems, and you won't have to have a problem on the way out. So there you go. This is a great business. Go out and stake your claim.